So you remember those little digital pet things that were called Tamagotchis?
Sure thing.
Vaguely, because I just told you about them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fitbits are basically the same thing as Tamagotchis. The only difference is that the creature you have to keep alive is yourself.
Excuse me, but I don't have a Fitbit and I'm still alive. Pretty much. Howdy, and welcome to Rockets Anywhere. Because we're from Texas. And we live
Howdy,
in Texas.
y'all.
Yeah. Oh, I should have said y'all. Oh, yes. And I'm Sofia
And I'm Corban.
Garcia. And
We are experts.
we can, I can decorate a gingerbread house very well. And I can eat it even better. More skills there.
I can do some good,
And Corban
frosting.
over here can take pictures. That is it.
Yes.
You don't eat them very well.
I actually let mine sit out for like a week on the counter.
Yeah, me too.
It tasted really good.
Yeah.
I think that's actually how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to design it and then eat
Yeah,
it
see,
5
like,
minutes
what
after.
happened was we designed it, like, really fast. We did it in, like, 2 minutes. And then after that, we just all grabbed it and ripped it apart. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, like, already pre-glued or whatever it's called.
Pre-built.
Well, technically it's glued, you know? It's edible glue.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. It didn't taste like anything. Probably shouldn't have
glue?
eaten it. Anyway, let's move on to follow-up. We have 2 episodes worth of follow-up here because we didn't do it last week. So we just got 2 pieces, or 3 pieces actually. First of which is, I asked, when is tea time? I thought it was at 11 a.m.
I said 2 or 3.
Well, you're right. English tea time is usually from 3 to 5 p.m.
Boom!
But
When am I ever wrong?
I was somewhat right when I said 11 a.m. because there's also another meal called 11ses or 11cs.
Totally.
It's a short break taken around 11 a.m. to consume a drink or snack of some sort. Next piece of follow-up, in episode 39, we said that our formal, in quotes, rival podcast...
We have a rival podcast?
Yeah, the Aux Cable.
I gave up already.
But I said, I don't know where they
Sorry
went.
if you're listening.
But the way I said it made me sound like I eliminated them, but they're just busy right now.
Oh, yeah, you did. So I haven't posted in a while.
Yeah, they haven't posted in a while, but they're still around.
I'm talking about Instagram, but yeah.
Last piece of follow-up, I talked about this like 4 episodes ago, how I had never listened to Hamilton in my life. Well, I finally got around to it, and I have 2 tips for anyone who hasn't done it either.
Don't listen to it.
Which is probably
And
no
don't
one.
listen to it.
Well, yeah. Probably just don't listen to it, because the hype train left a long time ago.
Yeah. He was never here.
Well.
It was like one of those imposters.
But if you do decide to listen to it, do 2 run-throughs, okay? 2 listen-throughs of the whole album. The first 2, just hear the music. Do not pay attention to the lyrics. After that, then you can pay attention to the lyrics and try to actually learn history from it, which I'm currently in the process of trying to do right now.
So why do Texans... Everybody assumes the Texans have accents, but, like, we're the only people who don't have accents.
How do
We
you
just
know?
throw our words together, and that's it.
How do you know? Like, if you were from New
Because
York...
have you ever been a Texan who has an actual accent like this? No.
What if there was someone from New York listening to this, and they're like...
If I'm New York...
Yeah, what if he's someone from New York listening to this, and they're just hearing me right now butchering their accent completely up. But
It was already butchered.
they hear us normally talking, and they're like, what is it? They're saying they have no accent. They hear us talking like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
We don't have accents. We just slur our words together and don't pronounce words. Like, we don't pronounce things like we should. Okay?
Yes.
Like, that took so much energy. I'm out of breath.
We need to start talking and enunciating our words.
Oh, yeah.
Then we will begin to sound like NPR hosts.
I hate those people. They have so much vocal fry. They're like, hello, we're enunciating our words, but we have, like, vocal fry.
Now into Thought of the Week. What do you have?
Someday archaeologists are going to dig up Disney World and think that it was some type of bizarre mouse-worshipping kingdom.
Yeah, and then they're going to find one in, like, Tokyo and then one in California.
Isn't it in California and Florida?
California, Florida, Tokyo, and somewhere in the UK. You could be like, there's only 4 mouse kingdoms.
Somebody commented and said, or they can use their brains and realize it's an amusement park.
What, are they going to fly in Six Flags and be like, what was this place? Like a time travel area or something? Actually, that doesn't make sense if you've never been to the one in Texas. I'll just leave it at that. My thought of the week is, if your shirt is not tucked into your pants are tucked into your shirt.
Tuck out your pants and tuck in your shirt.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it does. Now I want to learn a word. So you all know the word disgruntled, right?
No.
Okay, it's like a disgruntled employee just hacked into any company's name here. No. It means a mad person.
Cool.
But it turns out no one has ever thought about saying gruntled. Oh, did you like the turkey? I'm gruntled. Not disgruntled, I'm gruntled. Because gruntled is the opposite of disgruntled. You lose the prefix. It means satisfied. So next time someone asks you, hey, was this okay? Or do you like this? Just say, I'm gruntled.
That sounds like the past tense of grind. Like, I'm grinding the videos.
I'm just grinding out videos left and right for y'all. Big fans.
It's always left and right, never up and down.
Well, now let's move on to some jokes.
Yeah.
Get us started.
I was addicted to the hokey pokey, but then I turned myself around.
I was going to start singing, but I forgot the next words.
Then you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's all I remember.
Oh, that's what it's all about.
Oh, I have a boot. A space B-O-O-T. Not A-B-O capital U-T.
Yes. If any Canadians are listening, Cole, if you're listening, I don't think you listen anymore, but if you are, sorry for assuming that you wouldn't listen to us anymore. Sorry if I'm insulting you guys.
Sorry?
By saying, sorry if I'm insulting you guys by saying a boot.
There's sorry, and there's sorry, and there's sorry, and then there's sorry, and then there's sorry.
Well, I was thinking
and
about
then
this.
there's sorry, because it's abbreviated.
I was thinking about, wait, would they be like insulted by me saying this? But then I thought, hold up, somewhere up in Canada, a kid is saying about and sorry like an American. And their siblings are getting annoyed at them for speaking like an American.
I was going to make a political joke, but...
So, would you get mad at some kid from Canada talking like an American?
No.
Therefore, the Canadians
because it's a privilege to be an American.
Well, therefore, the Canadians can't be mad at me for saying a boot and sorry.
Do Canadians eat maple syrup?
Yes, it's on their flag.
Excuse me, stars are on our flag, and do we eat stars? No.
All my jokes this week came from the r/clean jokes subreddit. But all of these...
we gotta be clean.
Yes, they all won the Quality award. Like, quality groaning. So, here's my first one. This one, I had to read this joke 5 times and then Google it to understand it.
Same.
Until it hit me. Why? What's a pirate's least favorite letter?
R.
Dear sir, we are writing to you because you have violated copyright.
Wow.
A video pirate.
Yes.
Pirate, yeah.
Yes.
See, you got it and I did it. It took me so long to get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you have?
Why are elephants so wrinkled?
'Cause they're old and smart?
No. Because they take too long to iron.
Yeah, all these actors these days have been posting pictures like support the elephants.
Really? My friend posted about pandas.
I mean, all their agents tell them to do is like pick an animal and say that you're supporting them and get all your fans to donate money. That's how it works. Hate to break it to everyone. Speaking of animals, I bought a dog from a blacksmith today. As soon as he got home, he made a bolt for the door.
That is like, I got a turkey for Thanksgiving, and he unlocked my door today. Because he's a turkey. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
A little old lady.
Little old lady who?
I didn't know you could yodel.
Oh. This whole episode is just going to be full of these terrible ones.
Mm.
How did the tap dancer break his ankle? He fell in the sink.
Wow. What animal needs to wear a wig?
Skinny pig, which is those guinea pigs with no hair.
Think again.
Hairless cats.
Getting closer.
Hairless dog.
I don't think that exists.
Then what is it?
Think why you would wear a wig.
To cover up baldness?
Uh-huh. You got the word.
I just listed
You
everything.
got the word. You got the word.
A bald eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
For some reason, my brain automatically thought of an eagle wearing, like, one of those judges, like, white wrinkled thingies,
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're wearing hair curlers in them.
I heard someone say once that, George Washington or whoever wore it first probably forgot to take the curlers out of his hair one morning, so he started the fad.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still wear them in court today? I think they do.
I don't know. I've never been to court.
I walked up to reception in the hotel I was staying at and said, "Sorry, but I forgot what room I'm in." "No problem, sir. This is called the lobby."
That is beautiful.
If I ever work in a hotel, which hopefully I never do, but I want to say that. Maybe just work for one day just so I can say that.
Once there was a guy who stayed in a hotel, but he was from another country, so he didn't know what mice were called. So he said, "I was in a hotel in America once, and there was a mouse in my room. So I called reception, except I forgot the English word for mouse. So instead I said, 'You know Tom and Jerry? Jerry is here.'"
That's a weird way to refer to stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's like goes down to the animal shelter. "Hey, can I get a Tom, please?"
Yeah.
I'm looking for a Tom.
And then they give him a dog named Tom.
My last joke. Here's something to think about for everyone out there who's an Amazon Prime member and is buying Christmas gifts this holiday season. What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon Prime account?
I don't know.
Primates. Well, obviously, we have Christmas coming up next in holidays, but first, Saturday, December 9th, is Gingerbread Decorating Day, which I guess it's time to start taking out the gingerbread and just start decorating already. If you missed Gingerbread Decorating Day, Tuesday, December 12th, just a couple of days later, is Gingerbread House Day, so you have 2 days to celebrate. You don't even have to do it on those days, just make it whenever you have time. Or not, because I know a lot of people don't like the taste of gingerbread.
I never used to like it, but now I do because I like it whenever it's not real gingerbread.
Yeah. I know some people who do it with graham crackers.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, growing up the whole time, I thought they were always made of graham crackers. Well, now to Today I Learned.
Ooh, I got one.
What have you learned?
I've been waiting for you to say that. Okay. I haven't learned this, I just found it, Today I learned that you should not expect a bless you after your 4th sneeze in a row, okay? Just get it together.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's happened to me. I go on, sneezing spurts where I can't stop.
Also coughing ones.
What do
talking ones.
If you remember, what's your longest streak of sneezes?
I think it's 6.
I think I've done 8. Well, thanks to Matt Alexander, today I learned, or basically yesterday I learned, that Dallas, okay, preface this with, we have lived in Dallas our entire life. Dallas spelled backwards is salad. How did I not know that?
Because you've lived in salad all your life.
Yeah, I've never ever heard
Maybe that's why Super Salad went out of business.
Oh, probably. That was one of our favorite restaurants.
Yeah, those croutons were good.
Because they gave you the option in the name of the restaurant, soup or salad.
I never knew that it was soup or salad. I thought it was super salad, like SUPER, okay?
Actually, I think that's what it is.
Well, I don't know. But anyway, you convinced me that it was soup or salad. So, the last time we ever went to that restaurant, I finally got it that it was soup or salad, not super salad, okay? But now he's telling me that it is super salad, so I've been lied to since that.
Oh, it's a mix of both. It's actually SOUPER, super salad, not SUPER, but SOUPER.
Okay, well, I'm not a complete failure.
We were both wrong. And now onto topics. We have something a little different from what we normally do. And, Christmas is coming up, and a lot of people who listen to our show, I know, will be acting in Christmas pageants. Namely, us two as well. We will have to be in something upcoming soon, which hopefully does not get leaked onto the internet anywhere where any of you can find it. Because I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Well, anyway, in the subject of acting, we're going to be giving you some tips for being an actor, and me coming from the standpoint of being a director. I've directed a couple things here and there, and obviously this show as well. As for Sophia, both of us only have, well, I only have one credit in acting, and that is being a cactus.
Yes. I was a cactus, leaning to the right.
Yes.
When I was supposed to be leaning to the left. But yeah.
Yes. And we were cacti in a Western version of the story of Jonah.
Yeah, it was called Jonah's Druthers.
But what else have you done in acting?
Oh, you went... because you didn't want me to say what it was.
Yeah, well, yeah, what
well,
have you done?
technically, if you search Jonah's Druthers, you'll find the one that we watched in order to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter if people know. I'm just saying, like, what have you done before besides being a cactus?
Oh, okay. So I've been a cactus. I've been a, Wait, am I supposed to say cactus or cacti?
Well, if it's just one, it's a cactus. If it's both of us, it's cacti.
Well, you're not included in my list. Okay. I've been a cactus. I've been a raccoon/squirrel. I've been...
Who knows?
Yeah, well, see, I was told I was playing a role of a squirrel, so I was acting like a squirrel, and then during the first show. Second show, they were like, oh, no, you're a raccoon. And I was like, cool. Okay. Then I've been a, what are they called? A boat captain thingy? Like, not a boat captain. A boat helper, sailor thing.
Like a...
hand thing.
Stagehand? No.
Well, I've been that too.
Yes.
But, no, like...
First captain, first admiral.
Who help on the boat. Not the slave ones, but like the other ones. Okay?
We know, people know what we're talking about. Yes.
And then I've been, let me think. Oh yes, I've been what are they called? Trumpeter thingy and the Music Man thing.
76 trombone.
I hated that song.
We
almost fell off the stage. Okay? They were like, keep marching, keep marching, keep marching. And we were marching, and the girl almost fell off the stage, and then everybody else almost fell too.
Well,
I was glad I was in the back. Anyway.
Well, we're going to be talking about some tips for you being in acting. And I wanted to start this off with something that I'm pretty sure you're going to hear more than once this season. So, as a director, when I say I can't hear you, I can hear you, but I don't understand what you're saying. You need to enunciate your words. But don't be like yelling and screaming, and like on that subject, unless you're whispering. As an occasional sound person and doing the sound for the show, it's easier for me to deal with people who talk louder than people who talk softer.
Yeah.
Namely, the reason with that is if you're whispering, I have to like really turn you up high, and then the speaker starts squealing. Do you have any tips for acting yourself?
You know, the times I've acted, you are given... Whenever you are chosen for a part, if you don't act the way that you normally act whenever you're auditioning, like if you don't let some of yourself be in the part, then they might give you a part that you are not good at because you are not what you are acting for. And so, I got the part of a raccoon. Because, you know, I mean, if you see me, you'll be like, oh yeah, that person can be a great dog with a weird face.
I can see a raccoon.
You know, huh?
I can see a raccoon.
Yeah. I mean... Hopefully you saw it unless you didn't come to my performance.
My next tip is with body language. You know,
oh, yes. Do not go all out on that. Please don't. No.
Well,
Corban is the reason I talk with my hands and I hate it.
Well, I was going to say when you practice, go over the top. Like, turn it up to 15.
Yeah, like when you're auditioning, go all out.
Yeah, because when you actually do it, see, it's easier.
Because, like Corban said, it's easier to deal with people who are loud. It's easier for people to deal with, like, overacting. Because it can be like, oh, you can tone it down a little bit. Instead of, like, underacting, they're like, I don't think they have potential, you know?
Same way. But don't do too much, like, arm movement flailing a bit.
Yeah.
Because then you're like that line from Lost in Oz language. It's like, what's with all the arm movement? Just calm down. Now, we're suspecting in here that you have some sort of speaking line. But what if you didn't get that?
Yeah, like my raccoon, I never talked. I just ran around and acted like I was crazy.
Well, I was going to say, you know, the cliche thing everyone always says, you have a small role, do your best. Every role is important. Unless you're sure that it's absolutely not important.
My raccoon part was very important.
I had a job one year in a Christmas performance to sit in the audience.
Wait, I forgot about my other thing. My acting thingy. Yeah, I did. Okay, so I got one speaking part. One, okay, for one thing. One little, 3-line thing, okay? Paragraph. I got that. And then we went to the studio. Sorry. We went to the studio to record. And everybody else was like, I don't want to record because, yeah. And then the lady there was like, hey, I know you're great at speaking. Your voice is beautiful on a microphone.
I've heard your podcast.
What?
I've heard your podcast.
No.
I'm a big fan.
This is when I was in 4th grade. Anyway.
I know.
It was, yeah, she was like, your voice is beautiful whenever you're speaking. Yeah. Okay. Well, here is all the lines of all the other people that were supposed to show up. And it was 3 whole pages of verses from the Bible, okay? And a couple,
I mean, at least you didn't have to memorize them. You got to read them because it was just audio.
Well, actually, I knew half of them by memory because, I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, so yeah, I was
Thou
in
shalt
there.
not boast.
No, I was in there anyway. It was funny. But, yeah, so that was a CD that came out in, 2000-something. And, yeah.
I think it's on Spotify.
It might be.
If I can find it, I'll put it in the show notes.
I still know what the album cover looked like.
Mm-hmm. Well, smallest role I've ever had was filling in holes in the audience. So they told me to show up, and if we see any holes in the audience, you and this group of people are just going to be paid to sit here in the audience and fill in the holes. Well, I have 2 more things. I talked about sound. Now let's talk about the lighting. As an actor, you know that on stage it gets very hot with all those lights burning down.
Yes, especially in a full-on raccoon costume.
Yes. So, I'm talking to lighting people right now, okay? You've hopefully programmed your lights before the show. During dress rehearsals, try to just turn the master down 50% so that people aren't burning up in there, so that when they go on the actual stage for the actual performance, they're not soaking in sweat.
Yeah.
Or completely exhausted from all the heat. And the last piece of advice after the program, just let people take the pictures of you.
Yes.
You can't escape it unless you have bodyguards.
Okay, that was the best thing ever. I was a raccoon, so there was supposed to be this other guy who was supposed to do a raccoon with me, but he was sick, so yeah.
You just dragged around the empty costume behind you.
No, I was supposed to do that. But then they were like, it's going to look like a dead raccoon, and we don't want it to look like that. So, after that, I was walking out, and I was, supposed to wear the costume because we're supposed to take pictures with the whole cast thing at the end. So, I was still wearing it. And then these people came up to me, and they were like, oh, you were a great raccoon. Actually, no. They didn't say raccoon. They said, oh, you're a great thing. Can we have a picture? They didn't say it. They didn't even know what I was. They were like, mouse, animal.
Hey, we're producers
squirrel.
For the show. We want to cast you to be a raccoon.
Yeah,
or something,
no. The first couple people who did it, because there was a bunch of people that came to take pictures. But yeah, anyway, they were like, mouse,
Jerry,
off-white tiger.
Yeah, you were a great Jerry.
Very black and gray tiger. Yeah, anyway, that was funny.
Well, if you have any tips for anyone who's acting, feel free to tweet them to us. We might talk about them sometime soon. Well, let's talk about our recommendations of the week.
Okay, if you love animals, which if you don't, you better leave, okay? Please put a beautiful animal on your lock screen, and not one of those very artsy pictures of a fox, and yeah. You can do that, but it's plain, okay? You should do what I do, and you would get funny pictures of funny animals doing funny things, and you just put it on your lock screen.
This sounds like an infomercial and you're trying to sell an app. Well, my recommendation is that you watch the pilot for Odd Squad. It's really interesting to see where it came from, and speaking of which, I happened to start watching the first 2 episodes of Doctor Who a couple days ago, and I can now see that Odd Squad is basically Doctor Who with math. Like the trash can eating up Mickey at the beginning. That looked like Odd Squad to me. Speaking of Odd Squad, hi Tim. I know you used to listen to the show. Alright everyone, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next Saturday, not a 2-week break, just next Saturday with our Christmas extravaganza. So you don't miss it, make sure to subscribe at rta.space/listen. Slash what?
Cow.
Cow.
Every time I hear somebody say slash, I automatically see Jordan's hand go like this, slash, and then I hear cow.
Yeah. If you have some time, please drop by Apple Podcasts and leave us a review, because in iOS 11, when people come to our podcast page and they scroll down, it says that our show is rated 0 stars.
I'll go read it
So,
right now.
because just not enough people have reviewed it. If you have any suggestions for us, or you want to send us some jokes that want to be on the show, just email us.
Yeah, because ours suck.
rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com or tweet at us at RTA Show. We're also on Instagram at rocket2anywhere. If you want the show notes for this week's episode, they're at rta.space/42. 42.
Yeah.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Corban Garcia.
And me on Instagram at _Sofia. And Sophia is spelled Sofia.
Yeah, we start messing up our words near the end of the episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be all for this week. We'll be back next week with...
Until next time.
This rocket has landed.
And we will never be in sync.